here in qualifying for Division 1 here at the Belgium Grand Prix. Right now, standings are looking very tied, and that man there, Lindsay, is one of the few. Today, I finally have a guest here in the commentary box. His name is Mr. Sparks. How you going, Sparks? That is good here. So, just an update here. So, I believe MX is in front of Lindsay by 1 point in the championship, and it is a sprint weekend this week here at the Belgium Grand Prix, or Spa-Francorchamps. It's a 7-kilometre circuit with 19 corners with very, very long straights, one of them being the most well-known Camel Straight. It's very, very tricky here, and obviously you don't want to be messing it up, as here goes Lindsay. His first lap during the AlphaTauri around Spa. We saw absolute carnage just a couple hours ago, not even an hour ago. Probably about half an hour or so, 45 minutes, as obviously you just had Div 2 finish. So this will be an interesting one to go, as Lindsay on his first lap looking to put himself in a good position for the sprint. And he has taken that very well. He might have slowed down a tad bit too much there, as he comes down into this massive dropping right-hander. Do not want to get on the curb too much for this one. Obviously going in Gear 4 to avoid mass amounts of oversteer. As he goes to pull on, he's got on the curb there. He hasn't over-accelerated too much. I think the qualifying lap time for Division 2 was a 1:43.3. So I presume, Lindsay lucky to not get invalidated there. So mustn't have got too much on the exit. Lots of yellow flags. I believe that's people being let through. No, there's a Red Bull around. There's a Red Bull that spun. So this will be interesting as Lindsay comes to the line. Sorry, apologies. I think it was a 1:43.3. As Lindsay comes to the line, it will be a 1:44.2. As I'll just need to quickly invite my co-commentator back, as the game is trash. We should get him back here. And Blake the Boat goes a 1:43.8. So that's a nice lap from him. Frost goes there, obviously Frosty. Usually races for Red Bull in Div 2, but is racing for Aston Martin here in Div 1. Didn't have the cleanest of race in both races, as he struggled for pace, but maybe looking to prove to himself mentally that he's able to do it. And Clarkson goes a 1:43.4, and that's what we're expecting. Sparks, who's your prediction to win this race? Because it seriously could be anyone. So one of the top two. I'd say this could go to anyone, but I'd like to go for a dark horse in Clarkson or Rhino. I know it sounds weird to be calling them dark horses since of how fast they are, but it is incredible to see how big of a gap some can create. As I signed Rhino, I don't think has finished a race yet this season, as he comes towards the bus stop chicane. He needs to get a good lap time in. You want to be up the front towards the sprint, but some would like to be further up the back to avoid any carnage, as Rhino comes towards the line. It'll be a 1:44.2 to put him on the second row. That's a good lap time. As Remix Camille as well, MX is invalidated. And we'll go on board with Camille here on his qualifying lap. There is a yellow, I believe that's being let through, which would be... We've got a few debutantes. We've got Milo, I believe there's Clarkson. So no, Milo's just done a 1:43.8, put him on the second row. And that corner was being called Cursed Corner in Div 2. I reckon almost more than half the grid spun on that corner in qualifying, sprint, or the race. Regardless, plenty of people being let through here on the grass and everywhere. Camille comes towards the line. Interesting to see what type of lap he can put together. It's not going to be a very fast one. Put him up into 10th with a 1:45. MX has invalidated. Skits is waiting. Is there anyone that you can see that is on a lap currently? So I think we're in that part of qualifying. Remix, I think, has just finished, and even if he was on a lap, he's invalidated it. So I think Skits might be starting to go for a lap. MX is in the pits, and I think Skits is starting one. Orby's almost gone to the wall. You really don't want to get the underside of the car on any of these curbs. You don't want to be touching any of these, because these curbs are incredibly deadly. There is a stopped Red Bull on track. I believe that was Ghosts. He was on his out lap. Just let him skits through so he can get that gap, and also just in case he was on a flyer, because obviously you don't know these things too well if you are in the cockpit. You don't get fed that information, but if Skits comes through a bus stop chicane, I'll let you walk his lap through here. Oh, Skits is on a lap. So having some technical difficulties, but we'll watch Skits here on board as he comes through Eau Rouge and this beautiful camera angle going all the way up. You really don't want to be too hard on that throttle, because you can very easily spin out, and it can be quite costly. Comes towards the end of the Camel Straight, and he has almost nailed that, and he has nailed it. Skits looking for a good lap so far. This looks like a very good first sector. He's run a bit wide dropping out of this though. Cloxon still on pole. Oh, he's lucky not to get invalidated there, and there is a Aston Martin off just towards the end of the Camel Straight. And Skits is invalidated, so we'll go down to Ghost as he is on a lap. He's looking quick as well. Ghost is showing some real promise, but just hasn't gotten the best situation. He's almost lost it. So he is a very quick driver, but just sometimes hasn't been able to prove that. As he comes towards the final straight, this one is very quick but very dangerous. I think every single car is out on track at the moment, aside from Remix. And now a few have come in, just as I've said that. This Ghost comes to the line as he hits the bus stop chicane. It'll be a 1:36 for the time being. Can he put himself further than 17th? As he comes across the line, he can go better than 17th. Ghost goes on to provisional pole. That was a phenomenal lap. It didn't look like the greatest of laps, but in the end, it was an absolute flying lap. So let us look to see what has happened to Yeet with Fleet as he's spun on the death corner. Corner of death. This will be very interesting. 20 people. Sparks, are you still there? Yeah, I got you there. Sorry, I was just double checking. Banana on a lap. He's 2 tenths down. If you want to take over this one. Banana is on a lap currently. He's quite a fast one as well. I think the first sector was quite good. He's coming through Puan now. We'll just hold on now while Spark's having some technical issues. Banana is run, I was going to say a bit wide, but it wasn't too bad. He had to slow down a bit as he's got on that curb quite aggressively. As he pushes to the line, he's 0.06 of a second down on his lap. He's looking for a good one here. There's lots of yellow flags coming out, but I assume that is just to let people through. Banana, as he comes to the bus stop chicane, he'll be at a 136, but he's missed that first corner, and that really messes up your line. As here comes Banana to the line, it's gonna be good enough for 10th. I believe Milo is on a lap. That beautiful matching helmet, that orange. I hate to talk fashion during an F1 race, but that very much matches well. But that is good. Yeah, that is a very close one. Yellow ahead. That's just to be let through. If you want to just finish off Milo's lap here, well, he's gone purple in the second here. 3/10 up as I'll hand it over to you. Rhino goes goes third fastest. We'll hand it over to you as it comes towards the end of the lap. Oh, what a lap! 4/10 faster. That's a really good lap, but it depends. Everyone's going to be starts coming out here with not too long to go in the session. I believe Clockson's on a lap. He's coming up over Rouge. He can't hear you. I don't know what's going on at the moment. Yep. But Clockson at the moment is in third place. He's got a few cars ahead of him. That is Milo. Milo is ahead of him. We've seen the issues with dirty air around here as well. If you get someone sitting on your line just a bit too long, it can be really costly. Surprised that wasn't invalidated here from Clockson as he comes through Puon. He is absolutely flying. He might have invalidated there, but doesn't. Lucky for him, I'd say. It seems that you don't get to invalidate on the outside of Puon, but he is absolutely flying. I'd be wanting to get off the racing line if I was Milo, because I would not want to be involved in any incidents. He's really clogging up that dirty air, and he's got it. Clockson is absolutely flying. 2/10. Sorry, he's purple in the second sector. 1/10 faster. That will be enough to beat Ghost if that's the same. Ghost is on an outlap, so he'll be trying to beat that. Can Clockson put it on pole or even onto second place? Two Red Bulls showing lots of pace at the moment, but right now all eyes are on Clockson. He's absolutely nailed that final corner. As he comes to the line, will he get the 142? He won't, but he'll go faster. A 143.3, and that is a sensational lap. As I believe, yeah, that's a great lap. I believe Skits is coming into the pits now. 3 minutes to go. And there was a spinning Aston Martin DXman. I'd be watching Ghost at the moment. Plenty of people in the pits. But the question is, with 2 minutes 40 left, can people get around in time? I would say yes. Depends how quick they come out though. Ghosts, I think, will actually have a fair bit of dirty air as he comes to start his final flying lap. And that could be really bad. And there's also a Williams right behind him who seems to be getting ready for a lap and will want to slow down if he doesn't want to get clogged up. All that dirty air as we come around. 2 minutes left in the session. Ghost comes around the final corner. It's not really pushed. I don't know if he's pushing this lap. It seems to me like he is. Williams is in the pits. Okay. But now Ghost, the man to watch at the moment, the man who's trying to chase Clockson down, is about a 10th or so off Clockson's time, who's currently sitting on pole. And he is on a flyer. If you're able to invite Blake if you have him added. As Camille has retired from the session, I believe that was the Williams that was sitting behind. No, he's an Alpine, apologies for that. So Ghost is 1/10 faster at the moment through that first sector. This is good signs for Ghost here. He drops down into his right hand, and this is absolutely incredible. He's just got a bit of traffic up ahead, but it's only the Haas of Lee the G. He seems to be going a bit slower here, but Lee the G ahead. We want to get out the way soon. Minute left in this session, and you want to be absolutely bolting it to the line if you're in a position to get another lap in, and Ghost might have just cost himself time, and Lee the G, I'm not sure what's happened there. Lee the G retired, Ghost retired, and that is Ghost's opportunity to be able to get on pole. Absolutely destroyed. Can you comment anything on what happened there? Did you see what's happened? That didn't look like the best of incidents. Yeah, it did look like that Lee the G had almost moved out to the other side of the track, and now top two finishers can finish. There's 13 seconds left in this session. That's good for him. So Milo will be able to challenge for pole. I'm watching Rhino here as he's just coming towards that drop right-hander. He's almost let it go there. He was 1/10 down in that first sector. See if they can pull it back. He wants to be there with his teammate. Let's just see if he's able to get up there with his teammate. However, can you confirm, is MX on a lap? Because that could be big. Okay, so MX is on a lap. You've also got to watch out. I was going to say watch out for Lindsay, but Lindsay has finished his lap. We'll check back on Milo, but Milo's off. Milo's spun, so he won't have a chance. I signed Rhino will have a perfect opportunity to be able to go. He is 700ths faster as he comes through that second sector. As Rhino rushes to the line, it'll be interesting to see what time of time he gets as he comes towards the line. Can he put it on pole? Can he put it near his teammate? MX has gone second with a 1:43.3. This could be incredible. He needs to put it on the front row or the second row. He needs to get up past Milo as he comes towards the final corner. He's just got a bit of spin as he comes out of it, but he will not improve. A 1:43.7. I believe Remix still on a lap. He's 1/10 faster. Remix is a 10th faster on his lap, and he'll push his teammate down into 7th. And Frosty has an invalidated lap, and that was some qualifying session. Frosty will come into the pits to end the session. Yeah, that's a big gap. Half a tenth is... It doesn't seem like a lot, but it really is. That's something going on there. Alrighty, so I'm just going to try to sort something out here with the stuff, so hopefully we'll be able to get back with Spark for the start of the race. Please let us know in chat if you can hear him, because apparently we do have problems. We'll see if that's up on stream. Maybe? I don't even think it's taking sound from me anymore. Hello. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Um, put your voice to share on PS. Firestrike is saying that he heard you. Could we please just get a double check to see if we can hear him? Alright, hold on, I'll just be back. You can take us through the formation lap. So, apologies for everyone here, we are back. Cloxton takes us off. Here, full formation lap. Well, yeah, that's not going to be good. If we can just get a double check in the chat if you can hear Spark, please. So, this is the sprint race, so 8 laps. Predicted pit stop strategy will be mediums all the way to the end. But this could be some race. I'm expecting big things out of these drivers here. Obviously it's the main stereo. Oh, there's a spinning Red Bull in the back. I believe that was Ghosts. It was spun. So we'll try and get Spark back in, but as we come towards the line for the start of the formation lap. Yeah, please play in chat, it will help the broadcast. Firestrike saying they can't hear you. Maybe try and put your voice to share on PlayStation. Just look it up. Just look it up. Just look it up quickly. So Cloxton rounding the bus stop chicane. Oh really? Wow, that's big. Firestrike had some issues, and see the two Mercedes leading the back of the pack. Skit surprisingly in 18th position. MX in second. MX has messed up his parking. Ghosts has nailed it, it seems. Got Rhino in 5th, so right now Red Bull have won the championship in this race. As we get ready here for 5 red lights. As we will get set back up here. As we are just waiting for this lobby to begin.
My voice is now on share. If you guys can hear me, let me know.
Yes, please tell us. If your voice is on share, that should work now. So as we wait for the lights to go out. You can see how far back. Yeah, they can hear you now. Perfect.
Okay. Now I think my game's crashed.
Wonderful. So here we go as we get ready here for 5 red lights at Spa. We're still waiting. Still waiting. God, I've been left on the grid a long time. Trying to figure out the problem.
Chuck me an invite, will ya?
Still waiting. Well, it wouldn't be F122 without a little bit of scuffness, would it? Lobby smoked. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Thanks. This is very confusing.
So, seems there's an issue. I am just going to take a screenshot just in case we need to restart rules. So I believe there's 2 people that need to leave because they're not connecting. And we're going to restart.
Red flag?
Yep, red flag.
Yeah, it's somebody else's issue because it's on my screen as well. Okay. You got a screenshot of qualifying positions?
Yep. I just want to let people know that it's a red flag.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's a red flag. So we will have to restart this.
Do we turn off formation lap this time or?
I'm not sure. I'm working that out with Lindsay. I will just pause the stream just for a bit. Sorry, guys. Just once we get this sorted, we will be back in a sec. Alright, we are back on stream. We're back on stream. Alrighty, sorry ladies and gentlemen for that slight delay. There was a bit of issues off the start, but the grid's all set up. Everything's all set up. We should be good to go racing. If I've messed something up, there's nothing we can do about it now. There is accusations of Yeet McFleet turning off MX's power box. So MX has completely missed the start because his power has just gone out. So the Ferrari master plan back at it again.
MX will miss the race when
Yeah,
he's
completely.
only 1 point in front of Lindsay.
So this could be huge. Unless Lindsay crashes out, we could see a massive change here in the championship. This could be massive for the championship because you've got people like Skits down in third. If you just want to run us over those drivers' standings, that'd be great. Just to let us know who's still in contention at the moment. With now MX is now out, and seems like the servers have just absolutely done itself again. It seems about 4 people have crashed.
I crashed. Do you mind re-inviting me?
Yeah, I can't at the moment. I'm stuck in a loading screen.
All good.
It seems like the drivers have just crapped themselves again. We're gonna have to restart again after. Oh no, you managed to get back? Oh my god, I gotta get these people in full start. Who needs to get in, Blake?
I don't know,
Banana is back. Blake needs to get back in the next, 2 seconds. Alright, as we get ready for 5 red lights here at Belgium. This is going to be a race for the championship. Huge in the standings. It's lights out and plenty of people have jumped the start. That is massive. There's about 4 people have jumped the start. Now we're all down to turn 1. Italian Herbs has taken the lead of the Grand Prix, but he does have a drive-through penalty. And this is absolutely huge. Ghost has been pushed off to the right side of the track completely as Cloxon holds on there in massive movement in the back of the field. If you take a look at the back there, can you tell us if anything's going on? Massive has come up all the way.
Camille's lost 3 positions of the start.
That is...
Doesn't seem like anybody... Oh, Churchy's out.
So Churchy's spun it. Cloxon looking to chase after Italian Herbs. He's almost spun. As you look at the back, I think Camille spun as well. So already off the start, the X-Men, Italian Herbs have drive-throughs. Cloxon's almost hit the back of Italian Herbs. And Ghost, I think, has dropped back. And Churchy's out of the session. Fire Strike has a drive-through penalty. Severe collision with Churchy. And it's a virtual safety car. That was chaotic to keep up with.
Fire Strike.
Okay, so that is big for the standings of this race. Rhino's jumped himself up into 2nd. Ghost has dropped down to 8th. I couldn't quite see what happened there. Herbs in P4, okay. He's got a drive-through. He jumped the start. So did DX-Men. Because I believe we'll get ready to go in just a few. You can have a look sort of towards the midfields. What has gone on off that start? Because that was a chaotic start to the sprint.
Yeah. The whole grid's been shaken up. Cloxon's managed to keep P1, Milo's managed to keep P3, but Ice Iron Rhino's up 2 positions, P4 to P2 over that start.
We'll get ready to go racing, it seems now. Fire Strike also has a drive-through penalty as quite a few people have boxed in. And now I believe we are going racing, as it seems they're accelerating, going up a Rouge. Cloxton has seemed to build a gap, and we are back underway here for racing. And it seems like there's a bit of behind is Milo getting quite close, and has something gone on there? I think there has something at the back. I couldn't quite see what's happened there. It's Cloxton up the front, and Remix is out, I think, or spun. Sorry, it's hard to keep up with all this.
Remix is in the wall.
Remix in the wall.
Had to go a little bit wide there.
Yeah, it seems Milo's starting to get a gap on Rhino as well. Cloxton already pulled a 1.2 second lead. Milo only 4/10 off Isai and Rhino. Ghost has moved himself up into 7th place, already off the restart. As Skits gets past Remix down on the bottom, you can see on the left hand of your screen.
Remix has got no wing.
Okay, so he's definitely taken damage. Banana gets in front of Lever G. And already we're only a lap in. And this is already looking out to be an absolute shocker in the standings, as Milo may be looking for a move on Rhino, going down to the bus stop chicane. This could be an absolute cracking move. He'll go down the inside, he'll send it. He doesn't know, he backs out, he goes back in. Doesn't quite know what to do, might go for the switchback. He has. Ghost gets back in front of Official Frost, but he will just hold on as DRS is enabled. Lindsay gets past Italian Herbs. Maybe into turn 1, he will double think. And I think Italian Herbs is serving that drive-through, as many would.
So is the X-Men, yeah.
So they're both coming in, get it out the way early. I like that strategy. Ghost has already, Ghost has already started his comeback drive. He's now back up into 5th place. And you can see Milo here as you come towards the end of the Kimmel Straight. This could be a massive send. Where's he going to go? He goes to the inside. This is a good move. And he gets right in front of him and just parks the bus in front of Rhino. Milo puts himself up into P2, but Rhino's still all over the back of him. As we drop into this right-hander, this could be a big one for the race. Milo goes incredibly slow through there. Must have a lot lower wings. Rhino seems to have a lot more downforce through these few corners. Goes through 5th gear, but Milo starts to pull away. And that is what you like to see if you're DXman. Although he's racing in the Aston Martin today, he is the McLaren team principal. And Skits will get past Italian Herb, so definitely you want to keep your eye on that one. The Skits battle down at the bottom. But if we look at Ghost and Lindsay, they are just a few tenths from each other. Ghost looking to get past Lindsay here and go up and help his Red Bull teammate. Fire Striker's got past I scored 159. Here goes Ghost. Ghost is going to try and make a move on the straight, and he will get it done. What a move from Ghost there. He's just gone straight up the inside, slotted through and says, thank you very much, I'll take that. That's a good start. Ghost already back up to where he'd like to be. He's got to go catch up to his teammate now. Cloxing is the fastest of the race. Rhino back in DRS distance. Oh, what's happened there? What's happened out back? Skits is out! Skits is out! This is huge for the championship. Not only are both Ferraris out, one didn't even make it. That is huge. This is massive for the championship. Nothing at all. DXman gets past Camille. If you want to just run us down here on the straight here as Rhino starts to climb back up on Milo. So Milo up ahead. Rhino not too far behind. You want to just walk us through here? What would strategy be like for Isai and Rhino as he tries to chase down Milo here, Sparks?
If I was Rhino, I'd try and wait for the DRS zone. DRS and ERS to try and get back that position on Milo. It might be a little bit hard since Milo's running less downforce, but I think Rhino can still get it in the DRS zone. He's got enough ERS.
Yeah, they're both charged. Seems Rhino's about half the ERS here, but these packs are really starting to form. You can see it, and I believe up near the back there is 2 Astons are fighting, I believe. Am I wrong to assume that just towards the back? Seems like they're a bit close, but Rhino needs to start getting the move along here on Milo so we can start chasing down Cloxton. This is all about strategy, this race here. Obviously, you've got the Red Bull. Lindsay, 3-second time penalty. That will not help him in his cause of chasing down Ghost, but Ghost as well needs to get a move along and start helping his teammate. We saw what Sleppy did for Mickey in the Div 2 race, slowing Vipermon down so much, which really helped him in the end, but couldn't quite get him towards the end. But that's what Ghost needs to do now. He needs to catch up to this fight here. But if I'm Rhino, I also am more concerned about catching Milo than just getting my teammate towards me. He will get DRS, however. You can see the flap open. I don't think he'll get a move. Milo weaving all over the place, trying to make sure that slipstream is ineffective. Just 3 laps to go left in the sprint. And right now, I'd say Red Bull are probably in the best position here, as they will have both of their cars on the second row battling out for each other. Remix goes fast with a 1.58. Is there anything going on in that mid-pack behind, Spark?
Not that I can see. Everyone seems to be pretty spread out. The only thing I'm noticing is Blake Boats and Movement Fleet 3/10 apart.
Yeah, that's going to be a close one. We might move down to that battle actually, as they're getting very close to each other. Remix and Firestrike are actually all over each other here. Remix almost hits the back, and here goes Remix right down the inside of Firestrike, and he will take that position very quickly. We'll move back up to that Blake the Boat battle you're talking about. If you want to just keep an eye out for that Iceland Rhino battle, see how he's moving along. We will take a look here at the Blake the Boat battle. He is wanting to chase down Yeet McFleet. You want to make as many positions as possible in this sprint race, because you want to set yourself up even better. As Lindsay gets another 3 seconds, that will not help him in his cause for the feature race. Blake gets very close. We saw the drive he had last week. That drive last week was absolutely sensational. You were watching that as well, Sparks, when you obviously had a bit of a different perspective on that race, considering you were still an AlphaTauri at that time. How was that race for you last week, watching Blake the Boat?
It was pretty nice to watch. Blake made the drop all the way to the back of the pack, got wind damage, and fought all the way back up through 6, was it?
Yeah, it was around that one. It was, regardless of the result, it was a fair drive and definitely deserved drive of the day, as Banana and 159, both with 3-second time penalties. You see Blake, as Iceland Rhino getting very close to Milo, as you see here, as we were just looking at that one, as there's a yellow flag, and that is for 159. He has, yeah, he spun, gotcha. Rhino really gaining. Camille gets him 3 seconds.
Is the McLaren going to get out of the way before Foxy catches back?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's already moving now, and he's retired, so it won't matter. So, 3 laps left in this race, about to be 2. Clockson running away with it at the moment and putting himself in a very nice position for the 8 points and the 25 from the race. But Rhino's still looking to go. And you can see that McLaren parked there on the right side of the track. Rhino's definitely got a lot lower wings, because he is catching on that straight quite quickly. The bus stop runs a bit wide here as we 2 laps to go. Italian Herb's getting close to Banana, but he will already be technically past him. Rhino would like to get a move along, but this will reset the grid for the feature race, however. So this could really set the tone, and with the pace Rhino's showing at the moment, this could be some sort of race, as Rhino seem to have a good run up Eau Rouge. But you can see that flashing light up here. We'll have a look. Milo not using any ERS, and you can see why. He's only got 6%. So if I was Milo, I'd be saving up all that ERS for the final lap. You got any comments on this battle right now, Sparks?
I don't think that Rhino's going to get him. I know Milo only has like 15-ish% ERS, but even if Rhino uses all his 30% and gets the DRS, I still think Milo's going to be able to hold him off for the rest of this lap in the next.
There's the 2 Hasses up the back, swapping positions. Rhino still chasing, only 5/10 behind. He is still within DRS, but he just needs to get close enough for a move, and he's gaining a lot quicker here. DXman, 3-second time penalty. None of the top 4 have penalties, which will really help them if they're trying to get it. Lindsay will drop down a fair way, as he has 6 seconds. Will probably drop down to about 7th place. Rhino now on the back straight. Hasn't been able the ERS. Milo hasn't enabled it either. They both have a very similar amount here. But as we come towards the line, Firestrike gets 3 seconds there as he's battling his teammate. We come down to the bus stop chicane. We'll have 1 lap left. Clarkson absolutely dominating at the moment. He's 3 seconds ahead of his closest rival. Rhino has gone very quickly out of that last corner of the bus stop chicane, and he'll be looking to make a move here. He needs to get a good run through Eau Rouge, otherwise it will be not great as Milo gets a little snap of oversteer. That'll really help Rhino here. Rhino's got the ERS on. Milo does not. Coming up Eau Rouge, it's a yellow flag in Sector 1. That was Lindsay, I believe. No, it was Ghost. Ghost has spun into turn 1, but here comes Iceline Rhino. Iceline Rhino going, you can see the flashing lights of Milo to me. He has absolutely no ERS left. Here goes Milo. All the way, will he send it back up the inside? He will. That's a risky move, but it's a good move if it pays off. And it might here. Milo gets a little snap of understeer. Milo, switching places back and forth, side by side. This is an absolutely phenomenal battle. They make contact as they come towards Buon. This will be interesting. Rhino will just fall behind, but he has a significant more amount of ERS, and I'm so sorry, I accidentally slipped off the controller there. And Ghost, during all that chaos, will drop down to 8th place. He will be absolutely kicking himself. But he will probably get promoted up until that 7th or 6th place. They needs to make a move here, Rhino, however. He's all over the back of him. He just needs to find a place to get the job done. This will be a battle to the finish. It'll be almost like the pre-season race that we had just a few months ago, right down to the wire. And I believe it did involve you, Spark. You were in this situation. But now, here comes Rhino on the back straight. He's gaining. Milo, all out of ERS. Rhino, all out of ERS as well. He's just going to have to send it up the inside, the outside, whatever he can make work. Here goes Rhino. Rhino makes the move. Rhino's going to get 2nd place in the sprint. What a move from Rhino towards the end. And my throat is starting to hurt. That was some race.
That was an amazing move.
Great finish towards the end. Frost will be promoted up to 4th. Lindsay promoted, and yes, so Ghost will move up into 6th. He'll be happy with, well, he won't be too happy, but it will lighten the blow.
Lindsay's going to be starting P7, so now he has overtaken the next standing.
Yeah, so there will be a few people that I don't think will be able to make the race, one of them being Frosty. Comments on that last sort of battle towards the end. You had a very similar incident back in pre-season. You did manage to hold what's his name? I forgot. You managed to hold Frosty off, but you did lose out on penalties. What goes through your mind as you're coming around those final few corners with someone charging at you like that?
Slow in, fast out. That was all I was thinking.
Yeah.
Trying to just get enough time in between me and the car behind to stay in front after the penalties.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Rhino made that look very, very simple. But can he make it look simple? In the race, he's going to be a lot closer to Clarkson this time out. There will be no formation lap, which will set everyone to even tyre temperatures. The strategy will be different. So we will get underway here. Let's try to get Lindsay back in as soon as possible. We've seen had a lot of disconnect issues tonight. So I don't think F123 can come any faster. Looking forward to new cars, new tracks such as Las Vegas added to the calendar. Lindsay will just get back in time. You've got 15 seconds to put on your setup, get your strategy ready, and What would be your idea of an ideal strategy around here, Spark?
I know I got pretty lucky with the safety cars in Div 2. My hards towards the end of the race with 4 laps to go were starting to wear off, so I pitted for softs and managed to make up to P3 after being last at some point. Mediums to hards is probably the best strategy.
So here we go. Enough talk, time for the action. It's 5 red lights and away we go. Lindsay, has he just had an absolute... He's got no drive-through for that. What a start from Lindsay. He's got no penalty. And he's into P... I don't know if that's just me. Does he have a drive-through?
No, it doesn't have a drive-through. I think everybody else has had a lag, something like that.
I'm not sure what's happened there, but the 2 Alpha Romeo is going to go side by side, and Clarkson will very quickly take back that lead. And there's a crash off the back for Churchy. You see Iso and Rhino not too far behind as well. I think Lindsay has had the Valtteri Bottas in Russia start, as Rhino gets straight back past him. Lindsay Games has lagged out.
So try and get him back in.
Yeah. So we'll try and get him back into the race. Frost has got past Lindsay. Ghost has got past Lindsay. Ghost has got past Lindsay again. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. Quite often here as they're starting to drop out. Clarkson already looking for another one. There's something happening up the back. Skits has gone up to 11th. And I believe that's Fire Strike. It is.
Yeah.
3-second time penalty for Blake the Boat already off the first lap. Has already cut the corner quite a few times. Lindsay back in the session. He's had one heck of a start, but dropped off quite quickly. Well, if you look around the back here, if you look at Milo and Ghost, he is absolutely flying. Ghost, Yeet McFleet will get past, so I think Ghost has made a mistake there. And Banana is out of the race. And that is a VSC.
I'm going to watch Fire Strike as he comes on now. It looks like he's just lost it into the wall all by himself.
We'll have a look at that from Churchy's perspective, if he gets around in time. Is that the cursed corner? Taking another victim, and it has. Saw it happen in Div 2. Oh, yeah, sorry to cut you off there.
Oh, that's alright. I don't know what it's going to say either.
Yeah, so the cursed corner, we were both victims of it in the Div 2 race. It's taken lots of cars. It's taken lots of cars to the limit, and has also taken them to the lobby. So it's so hard to navigate. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yes, I'm fitting onto the hard.
I believe Church is pitted as well.
Church is also on the hard. Do you reckon they'll make the hard last till the end?
Oh, 20 laps. It's a fair ask. The X-Men has a drive-through again, so that's his second drive-through of the weekend.
Oh, Blake spun and he's got the big crash with the hard.
Oh, I think we need to go back and have a look at that. Oh, there's more spin. Remix and Herbs have spun as well, and it is carnage. As there is Churchy has spun it coming up through Radion. Cars have seemed to be a bit separated as we get racing once again. Italian Herbs not too far behind. Fire Strike Skits has just got past Ghosts, but Ghost might be able to get straight back at him as he comes all the way down this long straight. Will he be able to make a move that his teammate was able to move? No, he'll back out of it. It seems to be the strategical move. Go to the end, and that's a massive dive bomb. They're from and that's a big crash. Ghost has hit 159. It was a optimistic move, but oh, I don't know there. Were you watching that? Who do you reckon's at fault for that one?
Oh, I think it was scored. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. We'll see after the
Oh, look at this. Look at the move here from Milo. He has been absolutely rapid this whole race. Gets past Official Frost with DRS, but as you said, that is a tough one to call. It did look like 159 absolutely bolted it, and he's got straight back past him. Oh, and so is Blake. So Ghost struggling here. Seems to be taking the safe route, and it is, doesn't seem to be working. Blake goes right up the inside of I scored 159. Just forced him a bit wide, sorry. As, he will now start to pull away. Seems like this race within 3 laps has already separated everyone, and there goes Scored! Scored has spun. And all of a sudden it's happened there, Remix! Remix has hit the back of Ghost, and I believe Ghost has braked to make sure he wasn't hit by Scored. And that's going to be a big one. I think Remix has got wing damage. Can you confirm that?
Yes, I will. Yes, Remix has no wing. He's going to have to hit after this lap.
Yeah, so Italian Herbs chasing after Fire Strike as well. This is the battle for 9th. Also the closest battle on track. Cloxon sets a 147.2, has kind of been forgotten. Milo sets a 156.7. Although he's leading the race, he has been forgotten. Here goes Italian Herbs. He will back out of that one. Seems like there could be a few decisions going the opposite way of Ghost, but in that case there of the Remix collision, I don't think there's much he can do. He's trying to avoid an incident. Yeah, I'm not sure. Did you see that at all? What was your take on that?
I didn't see it, no. I think he's just, yeah, he couldn't do much there. He was avoiding an incident around that corner. Slightest move of the wheel.
Oh, what a move here. Oh, that's a massive move. That's a great move from Italian Herbs. He's got Fire Strike and Ghost on the one straight. Fire Strike and Ghost were too busy on fighting each other and have both lost out, and Ghost struggling for pace currently. He seems to really be slowing down a bit, but he's playing the cautious game, it looks. But he's got to be careful not to play too cautious. There's a yellow, I can't tell what that's for. Cloxon spun it! Cloxon has spun, and just like that, Eyesight Rhino has taken the lead of the race. So I was just trying to have a look at what happened there. I think the cursed corner has caught Cloxon up here, but now he's trying to chase after Milo to start maybe making a chase back for the lead. Will he make a move here? Will it be aggressive? Knowing Cloxon it will, but he will wait on that. And just like that, I think that's why people are going so passive at the moment in this race and not going too aggressive. Stuff like that can happen. Rhino has just been promoted up to the lead with nothing, and that is 159 again. He's spun on the cursed corner and will be overtaken by Lever G, who has finally been able to survive more than 3 laps, which is an achievement for him considering he's been DNF'd out of most of these starts. Milo not too far off the leader either.
Down the inside of
Oh yes. And there is that is Remix, I believe, who has lost control. Ghosts loses out of place to Camille, but we are watching this Milo battle here at the moment. It is Milo and Rhino for the lead of the race. Cloxon not too far behind either. He is right on the back of both of them. He could pull off his own move there, and that's getting very close towards the end. Cloxon runs a bit wide as we come in towards Pouon. This could be a big... It's not looking good, and DXman has left. Lindsay gets the move done as you've just commented on. Sorry for not showing those moves, but we are up the front here. It's a 3-way battle for first place. You've got Rhino in first, followed by Milo and Cloxon. I think these are very unexpected, and there's a Hass off. I believe that's Fire Strike. As you see up here towards Milo, look at Milo. Milo's all over the back of Eyesight Rhino, who goes to the outside. This is the exact move Rhino pulled on him to take second in the sprint race. Milo will go for the switchback. Rhino will cover it off well, and he will just hold on for now. I believe that's Lindsay up the back, who has had a spin as well. Now Milo looked for a move. Cloxon has dropped back a bit, almost makes contact with Milo. And Churchy, who is spun going up Radion, is right there. The leaders are heading up there now. He better get a move along because he's right at the top of that hill. He's on the side, and I think he's going to retire. can see Cloxon as well up the back of this battle here for first place. Just doesn't seem to have the pace for it. Here goes Milo down the inside, and Milo will take the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's one that he's been working quite tough for, and right, almost spun out. It's sweet revenge there from Milo. He will get the race lead back from Rhino, which was stolen from him in the sprint as Rhino made a move through the final corner. Cloxon not too far behind either, and I believe that is Churchy. No, who's that? Churchy's retired. And look how close this battle is. It was quite an iffy stage at the point, but once Cloxon had sort of spun out, really, it brought the race a lot closer together. Rhino has a big snap of understeer there, and Ghost down in 11th. It hasn't been the best drive for him today. He seemed to find pace. So we'll watch Cloxon here, right behind Eyesight and Rhino. You can see the Alfa Romeo. I think Rhino has a bit less wings, because he is outpacing him on the straight. As Lee the G will also get past Ghost, so Ghost falls yet again, and Fleet also gets past Frost just behind. And I think that's Camille. Something's going on behind there at the curse corner.
It's Herbs.
Herbs. So that's a big drop down for him. Herbs, who is looking quite good. Cloxon not too far behind as they come up Eau Rouge, and Milo's starting to pull a gap. See Frost on the timing board, not too far from McFleet as well. Eyesight and Rhino has DRS, so does Cloxon. They go side by side there, and Eyesight and Rhino just really cedes the position, doesn't want to battle it too hard. But right now it seemed to be, although it's been a clean race, but there has been a few driver errors, but now I think Cloxon will start to chase down Milo just with the amount of pace he's had, and I think Ghost has just got past Italian Herb, so Ghost finally has a victim of his own that he's been able to pass.
Italian Herb's pitted to fix his front wing and for softs.
Okay, so Italian Herb's now on the softs. We will have a look at those tyres. So you've got 159 and Lee and Italian Herb's all on the softs, but right now, and Milo's off! Milo spun right at the back, and that puts Cloxon exactly where he was. I couldn't quite tell what's happened. I caught it a bit too late, but Cloxon regains the lead of the race. Sorry, is Milo in the gravel again? He is, as Skits gets past Frost. What a drive from Skits so far. He's gone all the way from 16th, I believe it was, all the way towards, as Frost not too far behind either, but I don't think close enough to make a move. We'll watch Rhino here as he comes up towards Eau Rouge. Then very tight corner, very easy to mess up if you get it a little too wrong. If you get on the grass there, you can easily put it into the barrier and ruin your race. You've seen plenty of drivers in Div 2 do it. We've seen examples of real life, such as Kevin Magnussen. He put it off some years ago. He was still driving in the Renault, Eyesight and Rhino. Not too far behind Cloxon. But still, Cloxon still showing that gap, and with Skits and MX and Lindsay all out the conversation, Cloxon is really proving himself, and it seems to be, it's going to be an interesting one. I think a safety car could easily swing this around, because I believe that's what most of these drivers will be waiting for, is Skits. And Milo is in the wall once more as he's come up Eau Rouge, just as I was talking about how easy it is to mess it up. Milo has gone and shown me an example. Remix spun, and I think up ahead there's a yellow flag, so is Remix is out. Remix is was that his own retirement, or has he hit the wall? He just retired. So no VSC.
I would have Milo put it to the hard, and I would have gone to the end of the race on them, but it was fun, so he's going to have quite a bit of tire wear on the wheels.
Yeah, completely agree with you there. That is going to be a problem for Milo, but Skits is gaining on Yeet McFleet. The remix is left, but the trade that happened over the trade period was McFleet to Cloxon, and right now both drivers really proving themselves. Cloxon probably one of the most ones is that controversial incident in round 1 with Skits, costing Skits the race, and I think Skits is sitting there waiting for his revenge, which will come, and I believe, is that Camille? I believe so. No, it's a Herbs. Herbs has spun it. Here goes Skits. Skits to the inside will get the move done on Yeet McFleet, and he will now start the charge for the lead. Rhino still in second place. You could say Cloxon's ahead comfortably, but I don't know if that's entirely the case. Milo, 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. It's gone from bad to worse, and he has retired the car. That is unfortunate for him. He was having such a great race until that spin, and then since then it's just gone down, and that will promote Ghosts up into the points positions. He will also get past Leader G.
Leader G's also put it onto the hard. Got to see who's going to the end of the race on that.
Yeah, so Lee will try to go to the end, which is a smart strategy, but I assume the drivers up front, especially Cloxon, Skits, and Rhino, will all be waiting for a safety car. I wouldn't say it's inevitable, but with the way it happened in Div 2, it was interesting, but with how far away most cars are from each other, I don't think that there is another chance of a safety car.
Yeah, it'd have to be someone. Well, it could be Leader G and Ghosts. Leader G went down the inside of Ghosts.
As in comes Yeet McFleet. McFleet has come into the pits. He's called it a bit early, and if a safety car comes out, he will be absolutely kicking himself in the next 2 laps. But Ghosts back down into 10th as Leader G got past him. Those tyres starting to get old for Ghosts. The closest person behind him will be Herbs, which is 5-second gap. And Blake the Boat, Yeet McFleet going back and forth, but Yeet McFleet will just get out for the pits. And that gap is now 1.8 from Rhino to Cloxon. And now this is the part of the race that is not the best to commentate, as there's not much action on track, but the one action I can comment on is Blake the Boat and Yeet McFleet. It's not too close, but within 7/10. So Yeet McFleet is, I believe, on the hards. He'll be trying to go to the end. Plenty of people with time penalties.
Fire Strike and Camille just finished pitting for the hard.
Oh, and there's a spin! There's a spin! Cloxon spun! Rhino back into the lead of the race, and just like that, things can change so quickly. And now look who's behind him. Skits behind Cloxon. He's been waiting for this moment since round 1, and he's going to do as much as he possibly can to get back at Cloxon. I think Cloxon might pit. We'll have a look here. What is the line? You'd assume he's flat spotted his tyres, and yes he is. In comes Cloxon, so is Rhino. Rhino's also made the gun. Skits will stay out. So Skits will inherit the lead of the race. Rhino will go onto the hards. Cloxon, I presume, will also go onto the hards, as Skits will take a fair race lead here, as Cloxon got wing damage, so he must have hit the wall. Yeah, he's hit the wall. So Skits. Okay, so McFleet will go up to 3rd, so that's actually worked out quite well for McFleet, as he has now been moved up to 3rd and is past Cloxon without really having to battle him on track. Skits with fresh air is 3/10 faster on his lap, and he is absolutely flying. We'll have a look at the stops. As you can see, Skits is yet to stop. You can see those tyres that they've put on. Most runners have now swapped on to the hards. Cloxon and Blake the Boat had a battle on the Kemmel Straight, but Cloxon's managed to clean it up quite quickly, and Blake the Boat's got himself another 3-second time penalty. And Ghosts is also coming into pits, so I assume he will be putting on the hards. So it's now a battle to the end. Leader G and Camille getting very close to each other. Lee the G will probably take this position on the Camel Straight, both on the hard tyres. Oh, there's a big crash! Lee the G out the race, and his luck cannot get better. And that is a virtual safety car. And I have to say, that's on Camille in every way. He's come across him.
Come completely across the track from the right.
Yeah, that was poor. This could be a good time for Skits to come in, and he has. He's almost hit the wall on the entry there. As he comes into the pits, will Rhino be able to get in front? Under virtual safety car. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Camille has wing damage. That was a fair bit of defending he did there, but will Rhino be able to escape the Delta and get in front of Skits? Or has Skits pulled off the Ferrari master plan? I don't think he has. Rhino will get it done with the undercut and will get past Skits. It'll be a tight battle on the exit, but not close enough. DRS enabled. We are back racing again. Frost got past Blake the Boat. Blake the Boat is in the pits. The Rhino... Sorry?
Putting on the hard.
Yeah, I'd assume every runner from now putting on the hards, and unless there's another safety car, I don't think there's any stops happening. So all overtakes from now on, I would say, would be on track. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting run to the finish. As we will just see what tyres everyone is on. So every person is practically on the hards. Lindsay will have to come in. So will 159 and Herbs. And Herbs is coming in now. So he will get those tyres off him. So 159 and Lindsay still the ones needed to pit. I doubt Lindsay's running all the way on mediums, and I don't think he can because I don't think he's stopped yet. But we just go back to the start there. What a start that was from Lindsay, as Italian Herbs and Ghost going back and forth on the exit. We'll have a look down at that battle because it is one of the closer ones on track. As I scored 159, not too far behind Ghost, and is looking to make up a place here. And there is a spin. Is that? Lindsay. That's Lindsay. So Lindsay will have to come in and change those. There goes Ghost, and but Ghost, it's not too much of a problem because 159 is going to have to pit at some point because he is on the soft. So if I was Ghost, I wouldn't be getting too worried. As Cloxton and Ute McFleet getting very close together, the two drivers that were transferred in that off season, as Flystrike getting close to Camille, but it won't be a close enough gap.
They're both got less than 10% ERS and they're both training at all.
Yeah, you can see Cloxton and Ute McFleet as well. Cloxton has seemed to have lost a lot of the pace that he had on those medium tyres, but Rhino's starting to pull a massive gap on Skits here, and what a comeback this would be for Rhino. He's had some very unlucky races so far this season, and what a way to say, hey, I'm still here, than winning the race. Cloxton still trying to chase down Yeet McFleet, as Ghost will get back in front of 159. I believe that's on track, and Ghost is spun.
And scored.
Was that contact there, or no? Ghost has spun it again.
I wasn't on it, but I'm pretty sure it was contact.
And there's a car coming up behind. D-Xmond has just taken both those places. So that... Yeah, I think 159 and Ghost will both have to pit after that one, because that is not too great. Ghost gets in front, but I believe that's because he has pitted.
Yeah, scored.
Yeah, Ghost has not come in, as he will be getting lapped now, 159, and Cloxton, just as I was saying that he's slowed down the pace, he seemed to have found some. This is chasing down Yeet McFleet here, and there's Flystrike also getting very close to Camille, as they're coming towards Cursed Corner.
Ghost is the action getting really close. Ghost is going to go around the inside.
Lindsay, a 3-second time penalty! Cloxton almost Hits the back of Yeet McFleet. But he will get past him and Clarkson will go back into third place. There's Ghost. He's now starting to pull a gap on the X-Men and he needs to try and get himself back up into those points. Fire Strike and Camille both battling as Camille will come into the pits. And this changes quite a few battles that are happening out on track. So you can see Lindsay still needs to pit for the hards, and I wonder what strategy Camille has got there. Can you update us what tyres Camille are going on? Because he is only on 5 lap old hards, so is he switching on to the mediums for the rest of the race?
He's fixing his front wing.
He had damage?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So has he just put on some old hards or new hards?
Wait and see. He's put on the mediums to the end, I think.
Okay, that's a bold strategy. Mediums to the end. Might not be able to make it, but I believe Lindsay has come into the pits. Official Frost will get a 3-second time penalty. As Lindsay is finally pitted, so everyone has pitted. And I think most people will be able to make it to the end, but I'm questioning Camille's strategy here. I don't think he'll be able to make it to the end on those medium tyres. I'm really doubting it, but what are your thoughts? Do you reckon he's going to be able to make it, or just short?
I think it's going to be pretty close. If he doesn't have to battle with anybody and can preserve his tyres, I reckon he'll make it. But if he starts battling people, I think that will.
I think there's contact up the back between I Scored and overtaking Blake the Boat with some yellow flags. But now the pack is really starting to spread, and welcome to commentating, Spark. This is what happens. This is, I think, the closest gap on track is a 1.3 seconds. This is blue flags, and you hate to see it. Lindsay has retired, and oh gosh.
I'm just going to come through with Ghost and see that. Has he crashed out?
I don't think Ghost has crashed out. I think Lindsay has just retired. I believe so. Oh, Clarkson! Oh no, sorry. I'm being confused there. I'm sorry if I've just given you a heart attack. I got confused between the two alphas. I thought they hit each other.
I think Lindsay did crash into the wall.
Which when I see anyone that's going past him, it's a bit too late now.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you hate to see this. You see Rhino, the leader of the race in the Red Bull, chasing down his teammate who is 10th. This is not what you usually like to see in a race, but
you being Red Bull TP, you'd also have extra also been extra disappointed with Ghost's performance today.
Yeah, he's just seems he's been in the wrong place at the wrong time, but Rhino's really stepped up here. After having a few poor races at the start of the season, has shown what he's capable of and shown the pace that he showed last season. And it's just like that. He turned around so quickly as Italian Herbs, not too far behind his teammate Camille. If you're a pro gamer at the moment, are you getting a bit nervous with your two drivers going right next to each other? Is Italian Herbs gradually getting closer?
I think Italian Herbs is going to be able to catch Camille. 100% ERS versus 15.
But remember, Camille is on the medium, softer compound, so he does have that faster. Oh, you've almost seen that there. Camille has almost just spun it off into the wall, curse corner. As it has taken a few drivers this race.
Ooh, Italian runs wide on that fast corner.
It could be a warning. Blake the Boat gets another one. Driver of the day so far, right now I'd have to say it's Skits without a doubt. He's gone from 16th, 15th on the grid all the way up into second. That's a phenomenal drive, and
Scored, spun again, letting Blake the Boat pass, I think, for the second time.
Oh, Camille! Oh, Camille's lost it. They're off the exit of turn 1. And that is exactly what we were expecting. And now, if you're Camille, I think you have to be boxing onto new tyres. I don't think with that amount of damage on them you can go all the way to the end. It's some race that's going on at the moment, but if you can see up the front there, Rhino is getting close to Ghosts. Skits is not too far behind Rhino either, but if you want to just keep your eye out for that Clarkson-McFleet battle, just give us any updates that do occur. There's Rhino. There's the Red Bull TP. I would like Ghost to get out the way as quick as possible, just so he doesn't hold up Rhino in his battle for first place.
Maybe even give him a bit of a draft.
You could try, but honestly, we've seen today the dirty air that you can get around Spa can really affect your tyre temperatures and the wheel spin. It happened to quite a few people in qualifying, with people just staying on the line rather than getting out the way. Really cost people a fair bit of time, but it doesn't look like the gap's getting a bit any closer. McFleet and Clarkson still, the gap has gone a bit longer, but I'm sorry for anyone that was tuning in for maybe a bit of an entertaining race. This one is not the best one. If you want to go see an entertaining race, go watch last week's race. That was absolutely phenomenal. They've been some very good races the past few weeks, but Belgium has really split people apart here, as Skits is actually getting quite close to Rhino ahead. So Ghost might need to make a move
Camille
quicker.
is in the pits, yeah.
Yeah, so Camille has boxed.
He's pitting onto the softs.
So honestly, that's a smart move from Camille. I would say that is the smarter move, as you've got 4 laps and he's still in 10th. He's got a massive gap to DXman and just try and make a charge. And I think he's right behind Skits, which he is. And you can see, we'll take a look at the gap to the leaders. It is almost a full lap from Ghosts to Rhino, which is completely expected. But right now it is a battle which doesn't seem to be taking place just yet, but I believe Camille will actually be faster than Skits. So does Camille go for the aggressive backmarker move and try and get past Skits so he can maybe go fight Ghosts and maybe try and get an extra point for the team?
That will be interesting.
If that does happen, Skits he hasn't been happy the past few races, and if that happens as well, that is, I seriously don't know what will happen. Ghosts still not too far ahead, but doesn't seem to be interfering too much at the moment. Right now, not too much battles going on. I think the closest battle, which isn't even for a position, is Camille and Skits, which is just for Camille to try unlap himself from Skits. If you might look back at that, because that is actually getting quite close. And will Camille try unlap himself on the soft tyres, the fresh softs compared to Skits' old hards? Then I don't think he will. He won't. We'll head back up to Rhino here and we'll watch him, as he could take his first win here. I don't want to put any curses, especially on my own drivers. I will touch wood. Rhino could be on the way to his first victory here of Season 3, and his first victory since Season 2. And I've touched wood there to make sure that I don't curse anybody, because the commentators curse, you know how powerful it is. It obviously happened to you in the pre-season race. I said you were looking quite good, and then obviously you had that incident which you don't like to talk about. But
no, I got the extra 3-second penalty at the end of the race where putting me down from P2 to P4, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so, but immortalised forever over on the TikTok page. Yeah, that was one heck of a race. If you want to go watch a good race, go watch the highlights of that. The final 3 laps of that race was absolutely incredible.
You know, it would be funny if Ghost takes out Rhino.
No, that wouldn't be funny in any way. That would not be funny at all.
I don't even know if Rhino's going to catch him.
No, it seems Ghost might have a little bit more pace on those tyres. I believe they are fresher, but as we come to the final 3 laps of this race,
yeah, Ghost's tyres 1 lap further than Rhino.
Camille is getting very close to Skits. You can see it. just on 1 second faster. We will have a look at the tyres. Yeah, they are. They're a full lap younger.
I don't know, do you think Camille's going to try and unlap himself to chase down
I think he will. Have a look at looking at how fast he was going through that back straight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him. I seriously wouldn't.
He did drain lots of his ERS there though, so...
Yeah, he doesn't have much left, so it'll be interesting. And there is 159 once again.
I think he's out this time, I think. Oh, never mind.
No, he's still...
Trying to correct himself.
There is fire strike coming through. Oh, that looked close.
Is Sport trying to go backwards?
I have no idea. No, he's struggling.
Fire strike funnel as well,
so that'll be Italian Herb's getting past scored. So has he been lapped twice? I don't think he has, but he's close to it. If you want to keep an eye out for Camille, see what he's doing with skits. We'll watch this.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
We'll watch Rhino try to push away. But right now, yeah, obviously the closest battle on track isn't even for position. It is for Camille to unlap himself and try to chase after Ghost, but...
Oh, Camille had a bit of a snap there. Saved it though.
Lucky for him, because he's got Cloxton behind him, who is looking to try to chase down Skits. But I think it'll be too far. It's only it's 2 or 3 seconds, but it is looking like another... I hate to say it, but the racing has been so good in the past few races, but Belgium just doesn't seem to be a very competitive track on the calendar, and I think they will have to make some decisions going into next year's game whether Belgium will stay on the calendar, because there's chaos today in Div 2, and it's quite a boring race. Yeah, it was huge. It was good racing in Div 2, but it wasn't for a good reason. Yeah, he's trying to go for the fastest lap there, taking off Cloxton. Yeah, it won't matter, he'll only get to complete 1 because he's behind the leaders. So he is 2 laps down from the leaders. Oh, and he's out. Has he hit the wall there? No, I think he's just retired because his AI is still driving. So he's boxed onto the softs and then retired. I think he's retired there. So with 2 laps to go, Ghost has actually pulled a fairly decent lead. No, well, I wouldn't say lead, but has pulled a fair gap to his teammate. No, you keep going there.
Fire strike's got another penalty, and I think that might be... yeah, Italian Herb's now moving up to P6, I think, at the end of this race, if he doesn't get any penalties.
Yeah, so...
Oh, never mind, sorry, P8.
P8, yes. 7, yes, yeah, because the gap... Because he will, if he stays within 3-second range of Fire Strike, he will go up to 7th, but he can't go past Blake the Boat, even though he has 9 seconds, because he's 48 seconds behind. Yeah, that's right. So, Camille's still not unlapping himself, but it seems like he's blocking Cloxton. And on the final lap of the race, we might want to look back at this Cloxton here, because Cloxton needs to get past Camille if he wants to have a shot at Skits. I'd say Camille is still pushing, and he has every right to stay there, but he will let Cloxton through now. Hasn't taken person out this time. But now, Cloxton has 1 lap to try get Skits for 2nd place. It's penalty-less up the front, top 3, no penalties. As the gap from Fire Strike to Blake is now 50 seconds. Italian Herb's almost making an overtake, he's that close.
As long as Italian Herb doesn't spin it, he should get the penalty to improve his position.
He should. Ghost will stay in ninth. It doesn't look like Cloxon has gained about 1 point, or not even, I reckon he's gained about 4/10 on the skits since he was let through by Camille and he's had clean air to run. But it doesn't look like he'll be able to make a move. He has not opened DRS, so he won't have it. He clearly wasn't there on the detection zone, but we will watch Isign Rhino. I'm very happy he'll be very happy. He will come home, win his first race for Season 3. Isign Rhino wins the Belgium Grand Prix, and Cloxon does a little burnout. As McFleet will come home for 4th. As Italian Herbs has got past Fire Strike, and I don't think that'll be taken back. McFleet finishes in 4th. Frost in 5th. We're trying to look at this battle here because it is still close. There is still racing going out on the track at the moment. Rhino with a sensational race. He just held his own the entire time and just managed to pull it back in as the Red Bull team principal. I'm very happy to see that with a great pickup there over the trade period. So happy for Rhino there.
Yeah, you would be. That would bring you up in constructors.
Oh, and that's almost... Fire Strike has just got past Herbs because the X-Men has just stopped right in the middle of the track, splitting them. So Fire Strike will go into 7th, but it won't matter too much. He still has the penalty, but almost took Italian Herbs and Fire Strike out the race in quick succession. Italian Herbs, I think, would want to do it on track, though. He's going to try and make a move into the bus stop chicane, but maybe not. He'll play it safe. He won't take it the honourable way, but 7th place is 7th place. You do points are points in this championship, and with the lack that they have had this season, that will be a good result for them. Ghosts will be the last one to cross the line, and I've got Rhino in my Discord at the moment. He's going absolutely ballistic. He's very happy to finally get another win. And Rhino wins the race. That was a phenomenal race there. Thank you, Spark, so much for joining me. Any final comments there as we see Skits as driver of the day, unsurprisingly?
No, not really. I'm surprised Rhino did get Lindsay back pretty quickly on that race start, though, after Lindsay's weird start.
Yeah, that was an incredible start there from Lindsay. I'm not sure what quite happened there at the end, but that is the weekend results right there up on the screen, but that is due to change with penalties that might come out, and I assume there will be a few. I think Camille will probably be one of them, but that won't matter considering he didn't do too well. As we look here at the race results, and that was some race. Camille he won't drop down to DXman, but DXman and Camille both finishing a lap off the pace. But what a drive from Isign Rhino. He will win here in the Belgian Grand Prix. I am very happy indeed. Thank you very much for tuning in. Any final words just before we head off here?
No, it was a good race at the start, but it got kind of less entertaining towards the end there.
Yeah, we don't like to see that we wouldn't like to see that next week, but it is what it is. But we will see you next week in Hungary, but that might change, but we're not entirely sure yet. It is likely to stay. But thank you very, very much, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you next week.